Is there anything you're excited about the future of medicine or things that you're eyeing to add into your toolkit?
Oh, geez. We don't have enough time for that. Uh, oh my gosh. So many things. But they all ultimately come back to the why. But there's
Mm,
modalities that I'm still interested in. I'm taking some deeper dives into photobiomodulation and
mm,
turns on certain cells and certain activators things. There's the plasmapheresis that's coming out and all of it's different, whether it's just exchange, whether it's the young blood, whether it's um, it, on top of ozones and lasers and frequency devices. And I, I just love the tools because I think it's fascinating. And
yeah.
I think we're learning more on how to make them work with the body because all of these are tools. And I do get on my little soapbox sometimes when there are places out there that have all the tools, but there's no guidance of when to use them,
Mhm.
how to use them
Right.
for what our goals are, because they can actually be very damaging. Well,
Absolutely.
but eh, definitely not getting you to the goals that you want if used for the wrong reason. And the most common one is a cold plunge. Like
Mhm.
if you do that right after you work out, I'm so sorry, but you just kind of negated some of your potential
Mhm.
gains. Now, if you're an athlete and need to get back on the field and you need quick repair because you got to perform again, yes, do it after the game. So even timing of when a cold plunge might be or cryotherapy or something, and that's a very small example, but it is an idea of what does my body need at this time. I love learning about all these modalities. I'm, even to other consciousness fun things, but
Mhm.
they all come back to how are these going to help me where I am get my body aligned to show up in this 3D reality the way that I want to show up.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I'm learning all these things. And that's the only reason I'm in this role is to be able to say, here's a cornucopia, but let's see where you are and which one of these fits in your construct and what you might be open to. And of course, I will challenge that construct a lot in a very loving way because I'm always trying to expand the mind. But yeah, so there's a new modality almost every day or every week. And that's the beautiful part of how AI is allowing things to evolve. And um, but I don't want to get away from the fact that these are only tools that
Yes.
help us once we've allowed ourselves to be to say this is what this physical body needs at this point in time because we're always being exposed to stuff, we're always being bombarded. Um, so that's another segue of answering.
No, it's very, very true that it's an exciting time and there's always something. I too am such a geek about like new modality, learning something new and seeing it applied, and it always gets me going. And I know there's other people out there also, but you still have to approach it with some artistry and some sense of how does it fit into the whole and how does it fit into the individual as well. Because if we just start collecting all these things and then just throwing them randomly at people, you're right. It could actually harm the person in some ways. A lot of these don't have negative side effects, especially if they're more on the frequency and energy side. The body will take what it will, but it's just not going to be that efficient. It's just I already had that information. I don't need it. Thanks, but no thanks. I need this information which you're missing. So there's still such an artistry to medicine, and we can't overlook that. And we can't become technicians that just say, try everything and let me throw it all at your body because it will sometimes be that it's detrimental to you. And at least it'll be for healing or for going through a chronic disease and trying to come out better. It's going to be a long, long time of hit or miss. And this is what you probably see with a lot of patients that come to you. Oh, I've already tried that. But have you tried it in conjecture with this and started here, detox the body,
Well, they
then
don't
done
tell you
it? And
you're one session there or one session there, one session there, and
yeah,
no, yeah, there's that magic bullet again.
yeah, no, that's what people have to learn. But luckily, there are places like the Biohack Lab that and yourself that are helping people really understand that and apply it in the right way.